Welcome back, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising placements. And thank you for joining me today for your September 2020 ASMR Tarot Forecast. So, the first thing I'd like to do today is for you to take all of the negative emotions that you have been fostering in your heart and in your mind over the past month or so. All of the hate, all of the fear, all of the really hard feelings that you've been having. I want you to take them all, wrap them up in a tight little knot, and send them right into the flame of this candle. Perfect. Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, you're doing a great job. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Awesome. Yes. So, for your reading this month, I'm going to be using the Initiatory Tarot of the Golden Dawn. The imagery for these cards comes from Liberty or Libertata, which is a Golden Dawn text about the tarot. There are a couple of different schools of thought. There's Golden Dawn correspondences, and then there's Brotherhood of Light correspondences. And I think I would like very much to do a video kind of comparing them and looking at why certain correspondences were done a certain way, and I might even throw in Egyptian correspondences too if I get my oats up for it, but I think I should probably deal with that in a separate video. So, Virgo, right off the bat, your cards always jump out at me, it seems like, recently. You've got the Two of Swords. It's a choice. Alright. Wheel of Morality. Turn, turn, turn. Show us the lesson that we must learn. Before I go any further, Virgo, I understand that some of you are going to have a birthday this month. And for those of you who do have a birthday in September, I would like to wish you a happy birthday from the very bottom of my cold, dark abyss of a heart. And I hope you have a good one. What is crossing this Two of Swords? Oh, wow. So right off the bat, we've got the Two of Swords, and it's crossed with the Ace of Wands. So it's a decision for you to make, and a very potent one at that. Ace of Wands is all about, it's the root of fire in the tarot, the origin of creative spark, your force, your power, at its most primitive level, or your most primal level, I guess. It's not primitive, but it is primal. Let's look at the past. We have the World card, and she's in the reverse. In the World, well, the Universe card in this deck. The World card in the reverse is a little bit like bizarro Hanged Man energy. So, everything's really great. Everything's awesome, but it's not quite what you want. It's not quite there. It's like there's 50 frozen yogurt stands on your block, and what you really want is Rocky Road ice cream. But in addition to that, this card showing up in the past could be speaking to a time where everything was perfect for you. So there's that as well. And for every Virgo, it's going to be different. Again, this is a general reading. Sun, moon, and rising signs. Be sure to watch your other placements to make sure that you're getting a very accurate depiction of what your future will look like. And now, on to the current affairs. So, these 3 cards are all about your current affairs. This one is a lot like your sun sign in that it is the person that you are putting out into the world. This is very much like your rising sign in that it is the person that is reflected back at you by your environment. And then this is the truth of the matter. So let's get to it. We have the 3 of Swords in the reverse. This could be arguments, it could be a breakup, it could be heartbreak. It is in the reverse, however, so maybe you are the one breaking the heart. Maybe you are the one causing the turmoil in others' lives, but it's not necessarily affecting you emotionally the same way. What about this sun placement? Ooh, okay, so then we have the High Priestess in the reverse coming out, and that can be about spilling the tea. That can be all your secrets coming out as well. And that hidden knowledge then coming to light. It could be very hurtful to some people. And as a matter of fact, then we also have the 8 of Chalices coming out in the reflected back position. This could be about having to walk away from something, and it's something quite good actually. And I don't see it as someone necessarily walking away from you, but that could be the case as well. Now, we have the future card here, but I've actually been enjoying coming up here and looking at your hopes and fears first. So, in the hopes and fears, and actually this has been showing up in a lot of hopes and fears, it's the Star in reverse. You're afraid that whatever fame or fortune, whatever that is that you desire, you won't be able to achieve it, or that you'll never be recognized for the true beauty that you possess. Keep in mind too, Star is very strongly Aquarius card. So here's the future. This is your goal or destiny. And then this is the final outcome. In your immediate future, you have the Three of Chalices, and to me, the Three of Cups is a card all about tight, close friendships and camaraderie. So either this is something that will be passing out of your life, or conversely, because it's in the reverse in the future position, it could be something that is coming into your life. But because we also have this Three of Swords down here, because of this whole situation, it might be these things passing out of your life if you're not careful. Let's look at the goal or destiny. The Eight of Swords, feeling trapped. And the final outcome, the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands represents a burden, and I also want to check the booklet because the correspondences in this deck are just a little bit different, so that the way that I would read the Ten of Wands in a Rider-Waite symbolism deck might not be quite the same. So let's look at the Ten of Wands. Yeah, in the reverse here, the Ten of Wands is about oppression leading to one's downfall. Oppression and selfishness leading to one's downfall. So, I definitely get a lot of that here. Now, of course, everything is, it's a general reading, so everything's going to be different for different Virgos. I've been getting a lot of really atypical energies for the signs this month. Like, for example, Cancer didn't have any cups in their reading at all, which was alarming to me. There's a lot of swords in the Cancer reading. And the same with you, Virgo. Usually Virgos are fairly compassionate people. A little cold, perhaps, but not hurtful. But I'm getting, some selfishness out of this reading, and this could be you, but it could also be someone that you're dealing with. Yeah, and especially with this Three of Swords. The Three of Swords and the Ten of Wands, I think, are going to be very similar. So let's clarify. And for my clarification, I'm using the Micah Ulrich Flux Arcana Major Arcana deck, which I purchased from his website. And I really want to find out, I'm going to put this card up here, and I'm going to read for that whole situation, and then I'd like to know more about this stuff going on down here. Because we had such a promising start to this reading with that Two of Swords and the Ace of Wands. You being able to make this choice in your life. And if the choice is for excessive force, then, or to be power hungry, I guess. Remember that the root of the word fascism comes from fasces, which is a Latin word meaning a bundle of sticks. And Mussolini referred to the people as, when they're all standing upright, bound together in a bundle that cannot be broken, and that's where the word fascism comes from. And a bundle of sticks can indeed be burnt, And that's where we've gotten the root of another word, but I don't care for that term as much. British people might call it a cigarette. But it's important to understand these are hot and ready. When you're talking about the tarot, you're talking about wands, specifically where the power comes from and why you're using a wand. And why this Ten of Wands could be seen as oppression and excessive force. You can also see the little licks of flame coming in through these vast iron doors. And that's not necessarily the most pleasant subject matter for a ASMR video, but my goal is to inform as well. So the star card in the reverse, I'm gonna put it up there with its good buddy. We already know what that's about. Strength card in the reverse. So maybe you're not the one being forceful in this situation. Hierophant in the reverse. Upsetting of the status quo, could be a divorce. I'll put that over here with this 8 of Cups. Sun in the reverse. Sun in the reverse is very much like the universe in the reverse. Universe in the reverse. And those two can go together. We've got the Emperor coming out here in the upright. Yeah, I'm gonna have him here, but kind of bridging between that Ace of the Wands and the Three of Swords. And that is Aries card, too, just for reference. If you have Aries in your chart, you've got Death in the reverse. So that is a change, and I'm going to put that over here with this 8 of Cups as well. And then this Empress in the reverse is going to go over here with the High Priestess in the reverse. Because I feel like a betrayal here to femininity somehow. There's a betrayal. Either you're a woman in a relationship and you are feeling betrayed, because the Emperor is coming out here in the upright and the force is being used against the Empress. Or it could be that you are embracing a toxic form of masculinity, and even I, believe it or not, have been guilty of that. It's very easy to think that the best way to be a man is to become a beast. It's not true. You don't have to. You don't have to be a brute. You don't have to be an egomaniac. You don't have to be exploitative of others to be masculine. And here we go. World card coming out in the reverse. Again, gonna go over here with its buddy. Magician and the Chariot. So this is an ability to manifest your victory. Don't let go of that. Don't forget that that's possible, okay? Because things are going to be a little bit tough in this period of time. And it's possible that because these cards are in the reverse and they're future cards, that these situations will end up working themselves out. So the Magician coming out with the Chariot lets me know that you still have quite a bit of power in this situation to change things for the better. Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna kind of have these cards paired off. Temperance and the Hanged Man. Temperance card can be like the Two of Pentacles when it comes to balancing things out in your life. And it looks like there is a lack of balance here, and there's also a sacrifice that needs to be made for your betterment. For your own benefit, you have to let go of something. Especially because we're seeing here the Devil in the reverse, which is all about your vices, the things that control you, things that you let become your master. And then, finally, we've got the Fool in the reverse. Do not be so naive about these things. Do not be so naive as to think that you're actually trapped, for example. And let's throw some stones here. What's going on? We've got a rogue turquoise landing way off here. There could be something in the distant past. Because here I've got these, the sun, the world, the universe, all these good things in your life, and shells mean money, and both of the shells I picked up. So one of the shells is here, and it's overturned, which means that all of the resources from this period of your life may have dwindled to nothing, or may have dwindled down to your last, little bit of whatever. We've got the opal here on the Ace of Wands. Do not forget your power. Do not forget the power that you wield. We have the other shell over here, and it's kind of leading from the Ace of Wands situation up here to the Eight of Swords situation. So I feel like you still have a lot of resources. Maybe not as many resources as you had back here during this time, but you still have what you need to get you out of whatever this situation is. There's a turquoise here, right above the Strength card, and a turquoise here on the corner of the Emperor card, and I very much feel like this is an attempt to subjugate you in some way. And a couple of opals here on the Eight of Chalices card, and if I pull these back, he's kind of looking at this one and almost tripped over this other one. So there were like a lot of good things here, and he's kind of looking back wistfully at this particular opal. And the opal is kind of in line with the Ace of Wands, so, it's possible that whoever this is who's leaving is, not only tripping over your power, but looking back on it in a way that they are nostalgic about. And then we have here the dendritic opal, and that is on the corner of the Devil card and kind of heading toward the World card. So it's possible that your vices had led you away from this situation. But it's also possible that they could lead you back there as well. That this opal represents, it's a dendritic opal, it's kind of an agate, represents a part of your life that you're holding on to that doesn't exist anymore. So, this dendritic opal could be reminding you that these things that you thought controlled you don't exist anymore. Virgo, thank you so much for joining me today for your sun, moon, and rising placement ASMR tarot forecast. I love seeing you guys month after month, and I really appreciate all the kind words of support. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, maybe subscribe to the channel, and do leave a comment down below if you really enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought. I do occasionally delete comments if I feel like they're negative, but I hope you won't take that personally. I just do it for my mental health. And I hope that you have a great birthday month. For those of you who are about to have a birthday, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again very soon.